Pisces, long time no see. I hope that you've been well. I hope that you're doing good. So, I got the channeled message that you need to do it now. Okay, procrastination is a dream killer. Hope is where dreams go to die. So, it's like there's something that you need to do today, whether it's applying for jobs, whether it's changing your diet, starting a new workout routine, addressing an issue that you've been ignoring. But that's the message that I got. It's like hustle season. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to focus on your money, but it may mean that things that you've ignored, whether it's been having a hard conversation, relocating when that's something that you've wanted to do for a long time, you know, mending a fence that was broken between you, a friend, a family member, a lover, a coworker, um, starting a business that you've delayed because you feel like you're not prepared. There's something that you need to walk towards at this time that you've been putting off because you're afraid. Some of you are waiting for things to be the right temperature, or you're waiting for the wind to blow in the right direction. And Spirit, the Most High God, our angels and ancestors are saying that it's never going to be the perfect climate, or you're never going to have the perfect circumstances to start. So start today, because tomorrow isn't promised. But let's see what our angels and ancestors and the Most High God would like for you to be aware of. Spirit, what would you like to talk to your Pisces sons and daughters about today? What is it that Pisces needs to do now? What does Pisces need to do now, angels and ancestors? Warrior, and I'm looking at the sword. You need to see the truth and you need to speak on it. The warrior energy is about standing your ground, holding your ground, fighting for what you want. I'm hearing not backing down, but that sounds so cliche. Yeah, there's something that you need to address full force. This could be a legal situation. This could be your own negative thoughts, your own negative mindset. You have to be willing to fight for what you want. Start fighting for what you want. Pisces is what I'm getting. Why is warrior coming out? Sage. Some of you need to sage your environment. Others of you, this is about clearing out negative energies. You're wanting to ignore a threat is what I'm getting, because when a person sages, you're doing that because you're aware that you allowed a negative person to enter, your environment, your mind. Some shit needs to get cut off. A person needs to get cut off. A job needs to be left. A residence needs to be changed. Some divorce papers need to be filed. Some shit needs to get cut the fuck off is what I'm getting for real. I'm also getting with warrior and sage that you're never going to have the life that you want if you're not willing to cut off toxic relationships and connections and your own negative mindset. It's like you can't carry the old version of yourself into your new life. Messages for Pisces. And this is giving the moon energy too. Some of you have been dealing with a person that's been keeping a lot of secrets from you. They're a liar. You're aware of that. You also need to hold firm boundaries, because I'm noticing for your peace, lavender represents calm and peace. So at this time, you could be in like Virgo energy. Look at that. Sadist. There's someone who's dedicated to causing you strife. And you know this because this sadistic person, a sadist is a sadistic person. This could be a relative, a friend, a lover, a fucked up, boss, coworker. But whoever the sadistic person is in your life knows that they have to break your boundaries and your barriers in order to limit your creation because you're a talented person, Pisces. You could be musically inclined. You could be a great orator. You could be a great writer. You could be good with people. Um, we all have different talents. Maybe you're excellent when it comes to painting, creating art, or drawing, but this creation energy is also giving me entrepreneur type energy, or the way that you think is very significant. But whoever the sadistic person is wants to break your boundaries. They want to enter your sacred space, which really could just be your thoughts and mind, so that they can limit, you know, your dreams. This person doesn't want you to meet your goals. Tell me about warrior for Pisces spirit. What does Pisces need to be aware of? The big house, baby. Someone wants to bring you the tower. Scorpio energy, Aries energy. Someone is focused on what the fuck you have going on. Someone is focused on what you're saying. This could also be the energy of someone focused on your home, when you leave, when you come back, what you bring in your house, what you take out of your house, who's coming into your house, whose house you're going to. The sadistic ass person, Two of Cups, could be an ex. I say that because the Two of Cups, that soulmate energy, came out with the Tower. So this could be an ex that's trying to blow up your foundation because you removed yourself. Why is Sage here for Pisces? Now, warrior coming out with the big house. Wow. This is the Ten of Knives in reverse. Warrior coming out with the big house. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, of course. Like with all my messages. This is letting me know that whoever you left behind feels that you don't deserve shit. They feel like because you were able to create a better life for yourself, where you're in the process of doing that despite their efforts to destroy you, Ten of Swords in reverse, is a failed attempt to take you out. They feel like you don't deserve shit. They feel like, okay, this is like that Ike and Tina type energy. Some of you could be dealing with an abuser. You don't have to be. But this is like that energy of, okay, if you're going to leave me, then you can't have shit. This is like that. Now I'm seeing when Lawrence Fishburne is playing Ike, and she's like, he can have everything, but I'm going to keep my name. I work too hard for it. And he's like, no, 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 no. That's my daddy name. That's my daddy name. So it's like whoever you left behind, Pisces, or whoever you're in the process of leaving behind, feels that justice won't be served until you're left penniless, both financially, mentally, and spiritually. Seven of Coins. This person is invested in what you've created. Some of you could be pregnant because the Seven of Coins represents expectation and it's coming out next to creation, or this could be the mother or the father of your child. But this person feels like they're entitled to whatever you've created, or that they planted seeds in you. This person feels like they're responsible for where you are now. Daughter of Coins, yeah. This person can acknowledge the fact that you were supported by many people, and even regardless of you being supported by many different people, this could be a mother, an aunt, a father, cousin, strangers, it doesn't matter. You put in the hard work and effort towards moving to your goals. There's also this energy of this person not liking that that you are rebuilding solid connections outside of them. Vela Jack, Pisces energy, the Hangman, Railroad Bill, See, this person sets you up to go down. This is giving setup energy. So this person could have involved the legal system. This person tried to literally hang you or stagnate you or get you locked up. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, of course. But again, because you saged your energy, whether you're spiritual or not, you don't have to have literal sage. Because you controlled your own thoughts and decided to think on the positive side of things, because you decided to have a higher vibration, you escaped this person's attempted betrayal or offing of you. Some of you could be literally, for others of you, this is just someone that wanted to drive you insane. Whoever you're dealing with, if this reading resonates with you, is a narcissist. This narcissist is angry that you cleared their negative energy out of your space and you move forward towards victory, because the chariot does represent war. It does. If you think biblically, people didn't jump in their tank, they didn't jump in their airplane, they didn't get, in their car, they rode a chariot when they were going into war. So I feel like you're moving forward regardless of this person's attempts to stifle you. You're going to be successful, but that's all based off of you using your spirituality and looking at things from a different perspective. Because Gullah Jack was a slave who participated in spirituality and who basically, before they did what they did to Gullah Jack, he basically cursed them, long story short. So what I'm getting to is that this person could be experiencing negative karma in their life, and they believe that you put some type of spell on them, and that's why they're receiving it. Yeah, because they see you in this Queen of Pentacles energy, or they can sense that you're creating this Queen of Pentacles energy for yourself. It's like you have the whole world in your hands with the Queen of Pentacles and the World card. You could be a male. You've changed overnight, is what I'm hearing, Pisces. Ten of Sticks. Yeah, this person is like, how did you go from breaking your back, working hard, suffering, tilling the land, to being in this comfortable energy to where you can relax? You could have upgraded financially, whether it mean buying a new car, moving into a new home, getting a new job, starting a business here. And that was all ordered by God here. Bishop C.H. Mason, you tapped into your spiritual strength. That's our gift as Pisces. I don't care if you're spiritual, religious, agnostic, it doesn't matter. When a Pisces listens to their intuition and acts on it, success is inevitable. The Garden, the World card, that's basically when you've succeeded. The World card represents successfully completing a season, a year, a lesson in your life. I also, too, with this Ten of Wands, wanted to mention that whatever you're attempting to create in your life, do it where you are. Now I'm coming back to that channeled message. Do it now. I was listening to TD Jakes last night, and he was talking about how the Most High God or Jesus, whatever terminology you would like to use, was explaining that the weeds grow amongst, the wheat, has to grow amongst the weeds, because the weeds don't show up until they see that the wheat is there. So it's like, in other words, if you're doing something positive and good in your life, if you're, tilling the land and working hard to produce bread from wheat, obviously, that's going to attract low vibrational energies, which are the weeds. So if you're waiting for circumstances to be perfect before you go to school, or before you start that business, or before you apply for that job, or before you request that promotion, because you feel like your coworker is jealous, or your family is jealous, or you're living in your car, you're sleeping on the couch, you're going to be in that position forever, because weeds are attracted to wheat. Wheat isn't attracted to weed. So wherever you move yourself, you're going to attract that same energy. So in essence, what TD Jakes was saying was that, like, if the farmer was to dig up wheat and remove it and put it in fertile ground somewhere else, new weeds would sprout up. So what are you waiting for? Advance through the struggle, advance through this person's negative energy, clear your mind and mentality, and move forward anyway. Because wherever you go, there you are. And I mean that in a positive way. If you're beautiful, if you're kind, if you're compassionate, if you're talented, if you attract good things because you have good energy, you're also going to attract negative things. So just get the fuck up on it now. All right, me love, if you found that this resonated, please comment, hit the thumbs up button, and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, later.